All right, let's go see what the latest breaking news of the day is in terms of Hillary Rodham Clinton. Lock her up. It won't happen, and I'm not trying to get anybody's expectations too high. It will not happen with Hillary Rodham Clinton, a woman who deserves to be locked up. But there is some breaking news of yet more information that was discovered by Kash Patel and the FBI within the J. Edgar Hoover building in what were referred to as burn bags, because this information was allegedly intended to be destroyed, but someone forgot to do their job. And it was discovered by Patel, handed over to Chuck Grassley, who reviewed it, declassified it, and has now published it. And this is the information that we're going to read together. First of all, there's a beautiful profile of Satan herself. Like if you see this profile, say a prayer. This is Election Wizard who's breaking this, or at least posting breaking news. Trump admin declassifies Durham Annex, which was discovered in burn bags inside a secret room. Documents prove Hillary Clinton conspired with Obama's FBI to fabricate Russia collusion. This is no shade on Election Wizard. There's no but. Everybody paying attention who's been following this already knew this. And I dare say anybody who did not already know that Hillary Clinton conspired with Obama's FBI to fabricate the Russia collusion is not paying attention or is deliberately ignoring the evidence that has been apparent and publicly available for years. You want to get a timeline on this. Hillary Clinton and the DNC financed the Steele Dossier. They financed the bunk Steele Dossier using a foreign agent to manufacture, quote, so-called opposition research. It was known bunk. It was known false. It was known phony. And the DNC and the Hillary Clinton campaign and Hillary Clinton denied and concealed the fact that they financed it. It was subsequently discovered. Hold on, I got to bring that up. It was subsequently discovered that they hid the fact that they financed it. And once that was discovered, they were fined. I think the DNC got like a $130,000 fine and Hillary Clinton got an $8,000 fine. They, through Mark Elias at Perkins Coie, financed the Steele Dossier. Their lawyer, Michael Sussman, took that memo, that Hillary Clinton DNC funded bullshit, met with the FBI. Michael Sussman gave it to the FBI, billed the Clinton campaign for the meeting in which he gave it to the FBI. The FBI then leaked it to Yahoo News that wrote an article on it that the FBI then invoked and relied on in order to obtain secret FISA spy warrants against Carter Page and the Trump campaign. And that's life. That's reality. We've known that for years. Now we're getting the hard evidence that if you didn't already know it, you're not going to care about it. Report on matters related to intelligence activities and investigations arising out of the 2016 presidential campaign. This is the use or disclosure of any portions of this report marked FISA is subject to the requirements of Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act and may also be subject to the June 25, 2020 order of the secret FISA court in with that court file. Portions marked FISA may be included in what is provided to the Attorney General as part of this report. Such portions may not be used or disclosed for any purposes, including use or disclosure in any report made available to Congress or the public unless the Assistant Attorney General for the National Security confirms that it can find. Introduction, Classified Appendix. The Classified Appendix forms part of the report on matters related to the intelligence activities and investigations arising out of the 2016 presidential and provides further information about matters covered in 3 sections of the report. Section I to C. Okay, fine now. This section provides further factual background about 1, the possible Clinton campaign plan described in the office's report. 2, the office's effort to verify or refute the information about the plan. And 3, the manner in which the department officials received and acted on or did not the campaign plan information. The office's prosecution decision related to the plan beginning in or about 2014 and continuing through at least in 2016. Individuals affiliated with Russian intelligence services hacked and gained unlawful access to. Do I get a second page of this? The heck is the second page of this? Well, I'm going to close this one down and bring up the actual Grassley report because that's going to be a little more useful than that. The actual Grassley report, which starts with the word grass and is in my backdrop right here. Let's check this out. Let's read through this, shall we? What better thing to do on a beautiful, sunny Thursday afternoon in Florida? Other than fishing, I went fishing this morning, but I'll talk about that afterwards. Newly declassified appendix to Durham report sheds additional light on Clinton campaign plan to falsely tie Trump to Russia and FBI's failure to investigate. Senate Judiciary Committee Chuck Grassley making public formerly classified index, the unclassified report, and the classified appendix from the entirety. Yada, yada. The Durham Annex contains previously classified information exposing a reported Clinton campaign plan to falsely tie President Donald Trump to Russia. The Annex also goes into further detail on matters discussed in the unclassified report, specifically potential election influence by a foreign government regarding Hillary Clinton, false statements to the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court regarding FISA renewal applications for Carter Page. We have talked about this at length. This is Kevin Kleinsmith. It's Kleinsmith. Kleinfeld was the lawyer from Carlito's Way. Kleinsmith is the FBI lawyer who falsified evidence to get the secret spy FISA warrant, the fourth renewal. The FBI's failure under the leadership of then Director James Comey, arrest James Comey. Mark the prediction. Hold on. Let me take this out. Mark my prediction right now. I am predicting, you can bookmark this and you can snip it and clip it. I am predicting that James Comey is going to get charged. I don't think Obama's going to get charged. I don't think Hillary Clinton's going to get charged. I am predicting right now, and you can either say it's an easy prediction to make or you're an idiot, Viva, nothing's going to happen. I'm predicting that James Comey is going to be indicted, face charges, not just an investigation that goes nowhere. It's my personal prediction. Bookmark it. Moving on. Okay, so James Comey, yada, yada, his failure to investigate the intelligence that the Clinton campaign may have created the Russian collusion hoax. Meanwhile, Comey led FBI used the Steele Dossier Clinton campaign creation to obtain find awards on Carter Page. Attorney General Pam Bondi, FBI, Director Kash Patel, yada, yada, yada. In requesting its declassification, which included declassification of information by the Central Intelligence Agency and NSA, Grassley argued that, quote, the overriding public interest demands the release of this information, and doing so would benefit public transparency and accountability. Based on the Durham Annex, the Obama FBI failed to adequately review and investigate intelligence reports showing the Clinton campaign may have been ginning up the fake, ginning. I think between her and Kamala, they've been ginning up a lot more than just fake plans, yada, yada, okay, which was ultimately done through the Steele Dossier and other means. These intelligence reports and related records, whether true or false, were buried for years. History will show that the Obama and Biden administration's law enforcement and intelligence agency were weaponized against President Trump. The political weaponization has caused critical damage to our institutions. Okay, listen to this. This is a plan. 2016, Obama administration obtained intelligence information from a source contained in two separate memoranda. One memoranda from Jan 2016, the other one from March. Described confidential conversations between then Democratic, the DNC, Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Go look her up. Go look her up if you want to vomit, and go look her up if you want to see what a corrupt POS looks like. Read. I'll come back to Debbie Wasserman Schultz's scandals in the past. Oh, and two individuals at the Soros Open Society Foundations. This is going to, it's going to reflect poorly on a group of people. The January 26 memorandum noted in part that President Barack Obama intended to scuttle the FBI's investigation into the Hillary Clinton's use of private email. March 16 memoranda also included references to the same Obama effort to shut down the Clinton investigation, but additionally outlined a plan to falsely connect Trump. Memo stated in part, the Democrat Party's opposition is focused on discrediting Trump. Among other things, the Clinton staff, with support from special services, is preparing scandalous revelations of business relations between Trump and the Russian mafia. All false, never true, never happened. According to the Durham Annex, based on an analysis and translation of the intelligence, FBI analysts believe that at the time, the quote special services in the March 2016 memo could refer to the FBI and the CIA, or more broadly to the intelligence and law enforcement communities in the United States. Speculated it could refer to the Trump dossier or the Steele dossier. When Obama administration received this intelligence, Fusion GPS was preparing open source opposition research regarding purported ties between Trump and Russians. The research was paid for by Clinton's campaign and the DNC. Grassley really stuck if I got that. Let me see what else we go on here. Oh, let's go into this. FBI receipt of additional intelligence of the campaign. Durham Annex describes that in 2016, FBI received additional intelligence regarding a possible Clinton campaign plan, including documents with purported emails allegedly sent by Leonardo Bernardo, senior vice president of Soros' Open Society Foundations. You know who else needs to be charged? Soros. What did I just do here? Oh, crap. Hold on 1 second. The intelligence the FBI also received included information analysis from the purported Bernardo emails. It stated, during the first stage of the campaign, due to lack of direct evidence, it was decided to disseminate the necessary information through the FBI-affiliated technical structures, in particular Crowdstrike. Holy sweet merciful hell. The media analysis on the DNC hacking appears solid. Julie, Clinton campaign advisor, says it will be a long-term affair to demonize Putin and Trump. Now it is good for post-convention bounce. Later, the FBI will put more oil in the fire. This is like beyond the pale. Hillary Rodham approved Julia's idea about Trump and Russian hackers hampering U.S. elections. That should distract people from her own missing emails. The point is making the Russian play a U.S. domestic issue. In the absence of direct evidence, CrowdStrike and Threat Connect will supply the media, and the GRU, Russia's main intelligence directive, will hopefully carry on to give more facts. Durham Annex states analysts and officers whom Durham's team interviewed and who were well-versed in the sensitive intelligence stated that their best estimate was that the Bernardo emails were likely authentic. I mean, this is outrageous. Let's go down here. The Obama-Biden administration's response to intelligence on the Clinton campaign plan. According to the Durham Annex, following the receipt of this intelligence, multiple high-ranking U.S. officials were briefed on the matter, including on August 3rd, 2016. This is when they're spying on Trump, or at least falsifying the evidence to get a warrant to spy on Carter Page so they can one step over to Trump campaign. While they're also denying that no, Trump was not wiretapped, while they're actually spying on the incoming president's administration. Where are we? Briefing the White House, Brennan, Vice President, Director of National Intelligence, yada, yada, FBI, among others. As described in Durham's unclassified report, ultimately the CIA sent the FBI an investigative referral that included the, quote, purported Clinton campaign plan. 2017, CIA prepared a written assessment of the authenticity and veracity of the above-referenced intelligence. CIA stated that it did not assess that the above memoranda, redacted, hacked, yada, yada. Durham annexes notes that the FBI was fully alerted to the possibility that at least some of the information it was receiving from the Trump campaign might have its origin either with the Clinton campaign or its supporters, or alternatively was the product of Russian disinformation. Durham Annex concludes in part that, quote, despite this awareness, the FBI appears to have dismissed the intelligence information as not credible without any investigative steps actually having been taken to either corroborate or disprove the allegations. Threat of foreign election influence. As the unclassified Durham report noted, beginning in late 2014, the FBI learned from a well-placed confidential human source that a foreign government was planning to send an individual non-U.S. person to contribute to Clinton's anticipated presidential campaign as a way to gain influence with Clinton should she win the presidency. Durham Annex notes that non-person one was, quote, directly tasked by the leader of foreign government two with facilitating this plan, but had indicated plans to travel to the U.S. in late 2014. At the time, FBI field office sought expedited FISA authorization to begin coverage of this individual as soon as she arrived in the United States. However, as known from the unclassified Durham report, the FISA, quote, application lingered because everyone was super more careful and scared with the big name Clinton involved. Ultimately, after 4 months, the FISA authority was authorized following a commitment that Clinton and others targeted by foreign government too would receive defensive briefings. The remainder of the Durham Annex reinforces that the FBI provided false, misleading information to the FISA courts in pursuit of the FISA renewals, and at least one confidential human source lied to his handlers. This information in the Durham Annex, taken together with previously released details, reinforced the FBI's disparate treatment of Trump versus Clinton. Despite lacking probable cause and relying on false information, the FBI secured a FISA warrant on multiple renewals to surveil Carter Page, did not provide Trump a defensive briefing equivalent to the Clintons' defensive briefing. Let me see. Can I do this here? Good. Let me go here. What were we going to look up? We were going to look up Debbie Wasserman Schultz scandal. Yeah, let's go here. Wasserman Schultz was elected chair of the DNC in May 2011, replacing Tim Kaine on July 28, 2016. She resigned from that position. Sorry, I just caught a glimpse. She resigned from that position after WikiLeaks released leaked emails showing that she and other members of the DNC staff had expressed bias in preference of Hillary Clinton over Bernie Sanders in the DNC 2016 Democrat primary. That was at the same time when her And the other woman there who went to work for CNN, she always wore the color purple. What's her name? Oh, gosh, the chat will get it. The other one involved who leaked the questions to Hillary Clinton. There hasn't been an open primary for the DNC in what, over a decade? They screwed Bernie. They anointed Kamala Harris. And they accused Trump of being the threat to democracy. What was the woman's name? Come on, she went on to become literally a talking head on CNN. Let me go to the bottom here. I'll get the name in a second. Let's see the other thing here that I wanted to look at. Kevin Kleinsmith. This guy right here. Not Kevin Klein. Kleinsmith, FISA. Oh yeah, this guy. This has been known since 2020. Unflipping believable. Kevin Kleinsmith, 38, pleaded guilty in the district of whatever to a false statement stemming from his altering of an email in connection with the submission of a FISA application, announced Durham. Another one where the prosecution was the cover-up. Holy shit. Donna Brazil, thank you. Donna Brazil. Another case where the prosecution was the cover-up. Oh, you think Kevin Kleinsmith was the only person involved who actually falsified, altered evidence and submitted it to a court? He was the only one that got prosecuted. He pleaded guilty to one charge, got 12 months probation. I think he got it was almost like a wretched. He got 400 hours community service. A man who physically altered evidence, submitted it to a court as though he didn't alter it, obtained a secret spy warrant against Carter Page or the renewal thereof, and we're led to believe that he was the only one. That's about as plausible as Ghislaine Maxwell only sex trafficking to herself and Jeffrey Epstein. That is what's going on with the latest. It is nothing new to those of us who have been following this since day one. And it's not going to change a damn thing when it comes to the Democrat idiots who will refuse to accept this. But what it is going to change, and I've made my prediction. I'm in conjunction with Dan Bongino's tweet, righteous investigations needs to be done properly. They are going to charge James Comey in particular, Brennan, Clapper, but Comey specifically. And if they don't, I will have lost on that prediction, and it will be further confirmation that Pam Bondi, for whatever the reason, is not doing her job, which I already believe, but I am open to being proven wrong or changing my view over time.